Google had its I/O developer event just a couple days ago, and they released JSON roughly 55,000 things. So I think we're all still digesting each element of what Google put out: new models, new image creation models, new video creation models. One thing they dropped was a product called Stitch. And this is not something that's entirely brand new. It is tell an AI what kind of website you would like, and then it'll generate something that's along those lines. What's cool about Stitch is that it has a button that says edit in Figma. So if you're a Figma person, they're literally setting this up to be a quick loop between ideation, AI generation, and then human editing, which I think is kind of a cool thing. I, this morning, went and gave it a try, and let me tell you, it wasn't great. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of a letdown.
I think your prompt was pretty bad. A newsy weblog newsletter design for cautionoptimism.news that is punchy, serious, and calm. You got to do something a little bit more thoughtful than that. Like just redoing a blog is like a very base thing. When she did it, she was, look at her prompt or like the result of hers. Hers came out really gorgeous. You know, the bigger point here is there's another job, UX, that I think everybody's going to be able to do. Now, that doesn't mean everybody's going to be able to do it perfectly, but let's pull up her design because it's a little more than just redoing a newsletter page. She did something that was more like, let's build an app. And I think that's where it really shines. Can you see her prompt if you click on it? If you click on the image and
I got it. Mobile-friendly home for a marketplace of handmade ceramics and pottery with a minimalist taupe theme. And then she refined it. The home screen for the ceramic and pottery marketplace app features a minimalist taupe theme with a search bar, a featured artist banner, curated collections, and a bottom navigation bar for easy access to different sections.
Yeah, so with a little more robust prompt and then a follow-up, you can see like if a designer getting paid $50 an hour on Fiverr or, you know, one of these marketplaces submitted this, I would say that would be what I would expect. And why is that important? Well, I think probably most startups, that's exactly what they do. They design with a $25 to $50 an hour offshore designer that they find on Fiverr, or what are some of those other sites where you can get like freelancers? Dribbble, Behance. Upwork would be the big one. Yes. Sorry, that was the one I was thinking of. So you go on Upwork and, you know, you find these designers who I would say are good at copying other common designs and being inspired by other designs. We talked on All In, I think last week, somebody stopped me who worked at Apple on the airplane and was like, you trashed us last week. I was like, what did I was like, get in line. Who did I trash last week? And he's like, Apple. I'm like, I didn't trash Apple. I love Apple. What are you talking about? He's like, our design, Johnny Ive, you said he stole everything. I said, well, no, I said he was inspired by Dieter Braun. So
it was Sachs who was arguing that he's a talentless hack who didn't really do anything. You were more in the middle.
I think I was in the middle. The other two guys were laughing. Sachs and I are back with our
Sachs was the real anti.
What happens is when Sachs and I get going on something like that, he's like, isn't it? Was he a media creation? I'm like, interesting.
Yeah.
Let me get in on this.
Yeah. Sachs's contention was, Johnny, I've never done anything good, a pure media creation. Jason was more like the moderate position, like, maybe he never did anything good and just ripped off all his ideas, but maybe not. Maybe there's something to it.
Okay, well, I was like, guys, maybe that's what great artists do, is steal.
Yeah.
Once again, we just eliminated a line item from the costs of running your startup. We're here on This Week in Startups, so I always like to go back to that angle, gentlemen. You now have 2 tips in the first 10 minutes here. Number 1, if you create something viral, and you put these 2 things together, like make me a gorgeous website that tracks your iPhone usage that's in a retro style. You could have vibe coded this over the weekend in like a day or 2 or in a day. This is probably $5,000 to $10,000 worth of spend of your $125K incubator check. Just like signing your safe note or convertible note and having an attorney review it, that was $5,000 or $10,000. Making a marketing plan, you know, writing some code on the margin. So we're seeing each line item get abstracted. So if you want to come up with a good startup idea, what are the things that people used to spend money on for their startup? Recruiting somebody, acquiring some customers, creating a community, creating your designs, doing PR, sales development, raising money itself, that whole money raising process. So look at each of those in terms of the number of hours they take or who you might pay as a consultant. And then I bet you'll be able to start up around every single one of them.